Hello YouTube, welcome back. Another video, another deck profile. It has been a while and I would like to apologise. Being quite busy with work and also weather. It's just incredibly warm at the minute here in the UK and I don't tolerate hot weather at all. I say that as I went on holiday a few weeks ago to Greece. So yeah, I've been very busy back and forth. So obviously there hasn't been any uploads and I apologise for that. I'm going to try and make it up with this. I am also going to be uploading the next part of the Rarity Hunt Bump series shortly, probably within the next few days, and then I'm going to be recording another episode very soon because there is a new card that I have managed to pick up that is going to be featured within this video. But yeah, so I was playing Malice for a little bit. For backstory, I was playing Malice for a little bit, but I wasn't getting very comfortable with it as well as what I'd like to have done. But obviously over here in the UK, we had a delay on the Monster Mayhem set, so we have to wait a little bit longer for the new P.U.N.K cards. But I did want to go back to playing P.U.N.K. I really enjoyed playing P.U.N.K. It was a fun deck. There was a lot of like synergy with it, and it worked well with other archetypes as well. So this is a P.U.N.K Fiendsmith deck. Before anyone starts saying, "Oh, this is mostly Fiendsmith," it's not. It's not mostly Fiendsmith. It's mostly hand traps. But yeah. So this is a P.U.N.K Fiendsmith variant. It will get updated when we get new support. This is what it plays like, or this is what I've got with the current support. While it's not winning anything, it is actually a lot more consistent at performing. So my records have been like 2-2, 3-2, 3-1. They've been a lot better. So I'm quite happy with that. But yeah, we'll crack straight on into it and not waste any more time. So starting with the main deck. For the P.U.N.K side of things, so we've got 3 Xiamin, 3 Fox-Tune. I am playing 1 Ogre Dance. Ogre Dance really does get killed. Oh well, this deck in general generally gets killed by Droll. But if you open Ogre Dance instead of Xiamin or Fox-Tune, and you get Drolled, there's not really much that you can do with that. So I've cut it down to 1. We are also playing 1 Dino, 1 Wagon, and 1 Sharakusai. There is no Spider in this deck. The reason being is that Spider on its own is kind of a brick. Well, it's not even kind of a brick, it is a brick. If you normal summon, if that's the only normal summon that you've got, or only summon that you've got, if you normal summon Spider and then activate effects, you get a trap, you've got a negate, and then a very weak body on board, so you're going to get absolutely annihilated. So I've cut that. I may revamp a little bit and I may put it in as a side deck option for going first, just in case, but I'd rather minimize that as much as possible. Then we've got 1 Extreme Session and then the honorary P.U.N.K card of Emergency Teleport, but in 3 Emergency Teleporter. At my most recent locals, it was the last round that I played. I actually opened all 3 E-Tellies and proceeded to use them in draw phase, with it being a quick play spell, summoning out Sharakusai, Wagon, and a Xiamin. So it was quite an entertaining little matchup. My opponent was even like, "What? Why? How? Wait, what?" So it was a lot of fun. Then onto the Fiendsmith aspect. This is a very small Fiendsmith package for main deck. It's 2 Engraver, 1 Lacrima, 1 Fabled, and 1 Tracked. That's it. That is it for the Fiendsmith stuff. I would like to play Engraver at 3, but I don't have a 3rd secret rare copy, so, and I don't want to mix rarities because it annoys me. So if I can get a 3rd one, I'll play 3. But for now, just playing 2. And 2 works as well, which is what's good. I don't want this to be a Fiendsmith with P.U.N.K engine. I want this to be P.U.N.K with Fiendsmith. And then onto non-engine, which is, I'm not going to lie, a lot. This is a 44 deck count, by the way, as well. So for non-engine, we've got 3 Foolos. I am actually opting to main deck 3 Meowls, purely for what my matchups typically are. There's a lot of summoning from Graveyard and Banishment. So I would like to have that opportunity there. I also don't own any Perulias, and Perulias are expensive, even for the ultra rares. So, and I've pulled all of these from packs, so I'd rather just use these instead. But it has actually seen some value. I was playing it originally in the side deck. I have decided to put it into the main deck, just to fill it out a little bit more. But yeah, I'm happy with that choice. You might not like it, but that doesn't matter. This is my deck. This is how I play it. Playing 3 Ghost Bell. Ghost Bell's quite good at the minute. I think Ghost Bell's actually a lot better than Ash personally. You might notice as well, I'm not playing Ash in this deck at all. I don't get any value out of Ash because it just gets either Call By or Cross Out, or just doesn't show up in my hand when I need it to. Then the mandatory, you have to play Droll and Lockbird. I say you have to, you don't have to. No one has to play anything in their decks. But with the current format and how everything's working at the moment, Droll is very strong and is a must-have card, I think, in your deck. Now we're playing double Nib. I'm not playing 3, I'm playing 2 because I don't want to. Well, I don't really see it very often. Plus, it's a side-out card anyway. Playing 1 Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit because it is searchable. I would like to bump this up to a QCR, but for now, we are going to stick with the Plat Secret. I do like the Plat Secret. Don't get me wrong, but I would like to bump that up to a QC. Then for the rest of the non-engine, we're playing 1 Cold By, 1 Feather Duster, 1 Talents, playing triple Thrust, D-Barrier, and triple Imperm. I am playing Harpies in the main deck rather than the side deck, just because if I do have Talents, if I do have Thrust and it's live, I can either search Talents, Barrier, or Feather Duster, or even Imperm. Because it's 1 normal spell or trap, and they are normal spells and traps. But yeah, that's the main deck. Yeah, like I say, 44 cards in the main deck. I'm happy with that. It's a good count. Then on to the extra deck. So extra deck wise, we're playing a Requiem, Moon, Sequence, Agnum Day, Desiree, Necroquip, and a Caesar. Your typical Fiendsmith lineup. I've seen some profiles that play 2 Desiree and 2 Requiem. I don't have 2 Desiree or 2 Requiem. It took a lot of trades to get the 1 Requiem, the 1 Tract, and the 1 Lacrima. All the Desiree is cheap now. I'm going to look at getting the Plat Secrets of the fusions because I do like them. But yeah, that's the Fiendsmith aspect. Then for the Punk, we've got a Rising Carp, Jam Dragon, Amazing Dragon, and then the honorary Punk of Psychic and Punisher. Pep has won me so many games, it's unbelievable. I must say, I think Punk is my favourite deck to play ever. It's the first deck that I played when I got back into Yu-Gi-Oh! The last time I played before that was back when the Fire King, Light Swan, and Atlantean structure decks got released, so it was quite a while. I got really, I don't know, I got fascinated by Punk. It just looked really cool, so I was like, I want that. I'm not getting all of it. So it's quite nice. It is a very fun deck to play. I really do enjoy it. But yeah, and then on to the rest of the non-specific stuff. So we're playing a Chaos Angel, because it can itself be a boss monster. SP, I don't think any deck doesn't play SP anymore. One, number 38, Hope Harbinger. This has come up clutch so many times when I'm going to get Mitsurugi Raziel. I've ended on a board that has typically had the Caesar, Pep, and a Hope Harbinger. It has been fantastic. And then the last card, this is the newest card to my set, to my collection, that is going to be part of the next season, or next episode of the Rarity Bump Hunt. But we are also playing one Divine Arsenal AA Zeus. I got 3 packs from my locals, and I pulled this from one of them. I am butthurt that I didn't get it on video, but I managed to pull this, and I was so ecstatic. A couple of people actually wanted to buy it straight off, but I wanted to keep it. It's a beautiful card, and I want to get as many of like the extra deck stuff in as high a rarity as possible. Obviously we've got QC, Ulti, QC. These are in somewhat of the highest rarities. I would like to get these in a much higher rarity, but the highest rarity they've got is Collector Rare, and I actually don't like the Collector Rare. I prefer the Secret and Super, but Jam Dragon does get an Ultra Rare upgrade in Monster Mayhem, so I will be picking that up. And then for the side deck, as I say with every single video that I do that is a deck profile, my side deck is built around what I'm expecting to go against, not what you should typically play. Don't take my side deck as being one that will work for you, because it might not. It might, but it might not. Build your side deck around what you're expecting to go against, and also what you're willing to side in and out, and what works really well with your deck as well. So for my side deck, we have got triple Artifact Lancia, which I think at the moment is a must-have. However, I do think that with the upcoming ban list that we're going to be getting, which I do think is going to drop at Nationals, not Nationals, the NAWCQ, that I do think that's when it's going to drop, and I do think that there are going to be some big hits on there. I am actually speculating that at least one Malice and one Raziel card is going to get banned, and if I was to say any, it would probably be Duo Drive and White Binder that would get banned, and then that would just tank the Malice players. So this might not be as relevant moving forward, but for now it is still relevant. We're also playing triple Unicorn. I would like to main deck this, however there's nothing in my main deck that I really want to cut out at the minute to replace with this, but it is a card where if I know I'm going first, I will side it in. Then we're playing triple Dark Ruler No More. It is a good card. It is fantastic, and while it won't necessarily win you the game, it will break their board, so you will get a lot of stuff done. Funny tech card for this one, and we're playing 3 Sales Ban. This is mainly just so that I can be an absolute pain, but it will come up. Also, a friend of mine who I play at locals with, they played this at YCS Birmingham with Tenpai Sky Striker, and they absolutely love this card. So I was like, you know what, why not? We'll give it a try. And then the last one is triple Solemn Strike. I think any of the Solemns is fine. I am tempted to swap this out for Solemn Judgment, just because it will make Pep a hell of a lot bigger. But for now, I'm just going to play the Solemn Strike, and I might swap it out for the Judgment. But yeah, so that is it for the deck profile. That is my P.U.N.K Fiendsmith deck. Obviously, like I said, it will get updated once the new support for P.U.N.K comes into play at the end of August. And I might even look at doing somewhat of like a tutorial video and just showing off some combos that are available with the deck, so you can see how it plays. But as always, if you like what you see and you want to see more, please feel free to like, subscribe, and comment down below. Any suggestions, any tips, any changes that you'd make. I'm always interested to see what other people would do differently with these decks. But thank you as always, have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.